How you feel about the fights that's coming up between the heavyweights? That's potentially, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be made with Tyson Fury and Usyk.
Well, Tyson Fury Usyk is not going to happen.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think Tyson want that belt? All he needs is that one. Them
But
three
he
belts?
wants all the money. He don't want to share in the money. So, you know, from what from hearing, no. Usyk is going to have to fight Daniel Dubois, I believe, with his mandatory. So that fight is almost made.
All right. So now that the arrival of social media has popped on, like, you know, like in terms of like Facebook got billions of people now, and it's like it's a huge market between TikTok and a lot of reason why these fights nowadays they're not doing the million sales like they were because people are streaming.
Right.
How do you feel about, you know what I'm saying, boxers going over there and sending their business over there?
Well, you know, look, man. Boxing is boxing, you know, and people love boxing, but sometimes, you know, people think prices are too high, you know, and so they go to streaming services, and where it's cheaper, or they do it illegally.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know, fights supposed to be doing like $1 million, and then they do 500,000, and it's like, where'd all that money go?
You know, look, man. I mean, it's crazy. It is what it is. You know, you go always have people that want to take a shortcut.
That's right.
And so, you know, what can you do about it? You know, I mean, I'm sure all of the networks are trying to do what they can to block people from doing it illegally. But you know, it is what it is. But the real boxing fans pay for it.
That's real talk. And in terms of like the judging, I know it's old school, you know, the way that they've been doing it.
Right.
But I think nowadays, especially with in reality, the new AI, that probably could do things probably a lot better. You know what I mean? In terms, because you know, there's a lot of fighters out there that you know, if you get the bad judgment or whatever, it could really cost you your career.
Oh,
you know,
man,
on that level.
you know, and I think you know, in this day and age, right? You know, man, I've seen some good judging, and I've seen some bad judging, and I don't understand it.
Right.
You know, because judges aren't supposed to be partial to either fighter.
Right.
They're supposed to judge what they see, not what they think. You know, if this guy's the favorite of blah, 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 or I like this guy, or and I don't like that guy. You shouldn't have a feeling about either guy. You should your mind should concentrate on what each guy is doing in the ring. You know, if this guy's doing more than the other guy, he's landing more, you know, his punches that count. The punches that count, he's landing more. That's the guy that should be getting that round or whatever.
Do you think that it could be from their viewing angle? Because you've been at ringside a million times, and you're looking up like that,
right?
And from their perspective.
No, look, I think it's been like that forever. Right. You know, and I've never heard a judge complain I couldn't see. You know, I've never heard that. You know, so you know, but normally you have a good view.
Right.
From what a judge
you should be able to see me getting his ass kicked.
Exactly. And you know, I've seen some bad judging. I have. But I think the guys today, though, really and truly, I think the guys today are a lot better because I really think they take time. You know, I don't know this for sure, but I do think judges now try to take time to go watch video of the styles of each guy to see what these guys are doing, and they're looking for that. You know, and I really think they're more up to date because way back in the day, they didn't have social media, they didn't have YouTube, they didn't have all of this stuff. They wouldn't have accessibility to a lot of stuff.
Right.
But today they do, and I think a good judge looks at every fighter who they feel they're going to judge.
That's real talk. Now I got to ask you one more question. I know you don't. Look at other fighters or whatever, but the Spence and the Bud fight.
Spence and who?
The Spence and Bud.
Oh, Spence and Bud. I love that fight.
You know that
I
fight?
do. I love that fight. You know, if it happens, you know. The thing is, look, both guys are really good fighters. You know, and it's hard for me right now to just say Errol's going to win or Bud is going to win.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's a fight I think I would really, you know, just with the knowledge that I have now of both guys, I can't pick a winner.
Right.
Because both guys are just that good. I think I would have to really watch different tapes of both guys and then break it down that way instead of just relying on what I know here
Right.
to say, yeah, you know, sometimes, you know, that's not enough. Sometimes you have to really study both guys and see what they do good and see what they don't do so good and see what I think the other guy can capitalize off of, you know, to try to pick a winner in that fight.
In terms of like Bud and Spence is, I think if it was an advantage, I think Spence is kind of bigger in terms of he probably should be fighting at 154.
Yeah, well,
Maybe 160.
Spence is definitely a bigger fighter.
Right.
No ifs, ands, or buts. You know, yeah, does he have trouble making that weight? Of course he does. Of course he does. Bud, not so much, but you know, still, Bud had the skills that it takes to even beat a bigger fighter.
Right, and
You know?
intelligence.
And
Yeah,
Errol too.
they both. That's why it's a hell of a fight.
And that's why I say it's a hell of a fight. It's a 50-50 fight. And, you know, and I think if you talk, 9 out of 10 people will tell you, I don't know.
That's real talk.
Yeah.
Real. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, man.